Hello friends, welcome to the part 10 of this tutorial series. In the previous part, we finished the auth and the category resources, and we also created the corresponding tables using the code first approach with the help of TypeOrm. So in this video, we will be looking at the relationship between two different tables so that we can join them and fetch a more complex record or output. Okay. So if you go to the official docs of Nest.js and under the database section, you will have a relations area which talks about the various relations you can establish between the tables. So the first one is one-to-one, and in this type of relationship, every row in the primary table has only one and only one associated row in the foreign table. Then we have one-to-many and or many-to-one. So every row in the primary table has got one or more related rows in the foreign table. And we will be using these decorators that are also derived from the TypeOrm package. And the last one is the many-to-many. Although we will not be using this many-to-many relationship in our project, but you can use it in your own project if you see there is a need. So whenever you're using a many-to-many, a new table is generated in your database, and that table contains the entries for every record. Okay, so in this example, as you can see, they are using one-to-many. So the one user can have many photos, so that's why it's one-to-many, and they are referencing the photo class, okay, or the photo entity here, and it's an array of photos. Similarly, if you check the photo entity, they will have a decorator or a property with the decorator at the rate many-to-one. So it's always necessary that when you're using one-to-many, you should also put the many-to-one in the other entity. Okay, so let's quickly have a look. And also, if you go to the typeorm.io, this is the official TypeOrm documentation, and there is a section for relations. So if we go from when click on many-to-one, so here's an example. That let's take an example, user and photo. So user can have multiple photos, but each photo is owned by only one single user. So you see the photo entity has got many-to-one because one photo or many photos can be linked to one particular user. Similarly, the user has got one-to-many because one user can have many photos. So this is the way you should decide where to put one-to-many and which entity would have many-to-one. So let's jump to our code here. Let me quickly start the terminal. So npm, oops, something is wrong. Let me check. And try here, npm. Okay, so now it's working, I believe. npm run start dev. So once this is running, we'll quickly jump on to the post entity here. So I'll open all the three entities: post, category, and my user. Okay, so let's take a step back and think, what do we need? So one user, this is my user entity, so one user can have many posts. Okay, or in other words, many posts can be linked to one particular user account. So the property I'll use here, I'll use a decorator one-to-many. Okay, and this should be imported from TypeOrm, as you can see here. So this means that one user can have many posts. So I'll have to give it a name, the property a name. So I'll use post, and it will be of type post array. Okay, but this is not all. So let's quickly jump to the post entity here. And since we have used one to many, we have to use at the rate many to one, again imported from TypeOrm, and give the property a name that is user, and this will be of type user. But still, still we have this red squiggly, so this is something wrong. So what we have to do, we have to define some properties here. So from one to many, we have to write an anonymous function here, and this will have a type of post. Okay, this type should match this type here, and then in the inverse side, you see, is the inverse side, that's the user side. Oh sorry, the post side. So the post has got, I'm sorry, this should be the post, not user. It's post. So my post has got a property user. Okay, that's about it. Now let's quickly jump to the other one. So this is my post. So similar thing, I have to give it a type, that's my user, and in the inverse function, so I'm pointing to the user, so this will be my user, and user has got post, or let's name it posts in plural. Okay, that's all. So now there is third parameter that you can provide here, and that's the options. So these are all the options that you can provide. So the one I will be using is the eager. So eager means whenever you are fetching a post, so its corresponding author or the user will be automatically fetched for you. You don't have to write any query to get the details of its author. So if you do not do this, you have to then use some custom queries to fetch the user, but that is possible. But I specifically want to display the user whenever I fetch a post. Okay, and one thing to keep in mind, so if you have defined eager true here, you cannot use eager true in the other, I mean on the other side. So I cannot use it at both ends. So you have to choose which side you want to use the eager true option. Okay, so that's about it for the user and the category. So now we have the category. So in our current project, I have decided to link one post with one category only, although you can use you can have one post tied to multiple categories and one category tied to multiple posts. That thing you can also do, and if you do that, it will be a many to many relationship. But in our case, we are again using one to many and many to one. So here, so one category can have many posts, so this will be one to many. So we'll define the function later. Let's give it a name. This will be my post, and similarly in our post entity, let's move down and type many to one. So whichever table has got many to one defined or this decorator used, so this is your dependent table and the other one becomes your primary table. So a foreign key will be placed here in this table, which will be having a relationship with the parent table or the primary table. Okay, so this will be category. Of course it's category, and I have to import this. But uh, I'm only looking for one category. I'm not using multiple categories with my post entity. So now let's work on these functions. So this will be my post, and in the inverse side this is my category. I'm sorry, the post. So it will be post dot category. Similarly here, I'll go down here, category cat dot post, And here again, I will be using the eager option to and set it to true, so that I don't have to load the categories each time. It'll be automatically displayed along with the other data. Okay. So with that saved and my terminal server running here, let's quickly check the database if we have the relationship established. So now if I go to my database, blog tutorial, and let's see the post. So under foreign keys, you see there are two foreign keys. So if I double click, so this is my category ID, and its reference table is the categories. Okay, this is the foreign key. Similarly, this one is my users, and the reference ID is the column it created is user ID, and the reference ID is ID. So now if you check the data here, you see the user ID and category ID got generated automatically based on the relationship we established, but both of them are null because we don't have any data there. So let's quickly create a couple of categories here. View data. So I'm creating the first category here as let's say gaming, and this is the gaming category. The next one, let's say it's travel. This is the travel category. Save the changes, and similarly, let me quickly create the user. For the user, we have all these stuff. Okay, so I'm creating only one user as of now, Super Mario s@s.com. Password is 12345 6. We are not hashing it yet. We will do that later, little bit later, as a profile pic. Okay, nothing major. Now if you go to the post, where is the post? Okay, and you click on this field, so it'll show you which user is available. So I'll choose this here and here, and for the category, let's put the first one in gaming and the second one in travel. So you see category ID is getting fetched from the corresponding ID here. Hit save. Now if you go to Postman and hit send, you see we are getting the user data and the category data both along with the post information. And now if I quickly go and let's say I remove the eager option from the user, okay, here, save the changes, and so it's reloaded. Now if I hit send, you'll see the category is still there, but the user data is gone. Okay, and if you want to get the user data, you would have to use the query builder. We will show that. I'll show you that in the upcoming videos, but not right now. So I'll stick to the eager method here. That's quite handy. Okay, so now we got the user back. Okay, and right now we are getting the password also, as you can see here. We don't want that to happen. So in the next video, we'll see how we can use couple of different packages to restrict this to happen, and we'll also be able to validate the data that's been sent from the front end, because right now we are not validating whether the first name is there or not, or the last name is there or not. So that has to be validated at the server level. So we'll check on that in the next video. So till then, please like, subscribe to my channel, and put your comments in the comment section below. So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.